Hi folks, Chris Filios here, running for re-election for County Commissioner tomorrow, May 17th, and I'd appreciate your vote. Let's talk about a couple things. The first one being non-mandated services, and from there we'll go into setting the record straight. Non-mandated services are those services that we are not obligated to provide as county commissioners, but that we choose to. That's approximately $300,000 out of a $100.8 million budget. That's less than 0.3%. So the fact of the matter is, why does my opponent, Bruce Mattare, insist on taking that money, which he believes all goes to the University of Idaho Extension, which is false, and give it to the sheriff? Folks, $160,000 of the $300,000 goes to the Idaho Extension, and that benefits Master Gardener and 4-H. And by the way, both desperately needed programs. 4-H teaches our kids animal husbandry and good stewardship. The balance of that money, roughly about another $140,000, is distributed among our needy senior centers, Economic Development Corp, Community Guardians, and other groups. So let's set the record straight, which obviously Bruce Mattare doesn't seem to understand. However, he also wants to take foregone taxes, approximately $500,000, and give that to the sheriff. Folks, foregone taxes hit your tax bill almost immediately. And why would he want to do that when we've already allocated over $500,000 for next year, which is 1/3 of our total taxing budget for the sheriff, not to mention the fact that tomorrow we're going to be taking a vote on 22 patrol vehicles that will total approximately $2.2 million. And I can tell you, no one has done more for law enforcement wages over the past 5 years than I have, and over at least 3 different wage studies. So where does this all come about? Well, when you look at the gentleman who's opposing me, once again, Bruce Mattare, a man with unquestionably unsavory past, and makes allegations that are in some cases unfounded, what else would you expect? The two in particular are my opposition to the Second Amendment. Now, how foolish can that be when the Second Amendment's already enshrined in the Constitution? Where I did have an issue was the fact that during that armed gathering downtown 2 years ago, it was uncoordinated, no central authority, and the governor was not in control. Only he can marshal a militia. Point number one. And point number two that's indicated here is my support of what he calls manipulating elections. Asking Democrats and unaffiliated voters that constitute 40% of our total electorate to participate in the process, I don't think is manipulating. I think what's manipulating is having a closed primary system, as the Republican GOP chooses to do, that locks people out. Look, folks, you can choose to go with me with a proven record, or you can choose a man with an unsavory past and a record of abusing vulnerable population and the elderly, and setting up a call center in Islamabad, Pakistan. I'd like your vote tomorrow, Tuesday, May 17th. Thanks.